the month means to him. He is Thai American,
Okay.
and he wrote this great story about the Chinese community during the 20s
Right.
and some of the history they endured previous to that. So
Yeah. If
should
you
be a
actually
great time.
look up the San Francisco stuff, man, it's interesting. Being honest, like when the Chinese Americans were coming over to San Francisco, like the what was it? They called it the yellow fever scare or whatever it was. You know what I mean? It was all those propaganda, like all those things. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I'm going. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I didn't know any of that. You know what I mean? None of that. I knew about the gold rush and everything, but I didn't know the other history of the Cantonese
Yeah.
Americans and the Cantonese that were coming over at the time. So it was like,
Like
you know,
we got to look at like before the civil rights movement,
yeah,
minorities in this country just were
yeah,
like they were like uh, I want to say like 10th class citizens. They just didn't matter.
right,
Their lives didn't matter, and it took really the Black civil rights movement to
mm-hmm,
move this ideal that all of us are equal. We should all
right,
have equal rights, in this country. So yeah, I mean, what happened in the 20s, even before that,
yeah,
people
right,
were just
yeah,
getting lynched and mobbed, and like
right,
white people were just getting off. Like so,
right,
it's definitely like a history. Again, there's a lot of history in this month. We encourage
right,
everybody who's watching to go and really look at the resources available. Read up on a lot of the civil rights heroes during this era, the Asian American civil rights heroes, as well as the histories that
Well, like
reflect.
I said, I hope Ryan's thing gets it just like the Good Asian thing got it, like the Eisner and everything else that is going to come to it because it deserves, you know what I mean? It deserves all that too. Because
Oh,
if it
absolutely,
wasn't,
absolutely.
I read the, you know what I mean? I read the Good Asian, and then I even bought the trade and everything. That's, you know what I mean? It's still history. That's still history of, of our, of our backgrounds. You know what I mean? It's like it's different, but it's still somewhat our history. You know what I mean? It's not as,
Nope, I
it's not as
absolutely
sugar
agree.
coated. It's not as sugar coated as everybody thinks it is. But
Yeah,
everybody wants to sugarcoat everything now. But all that stuff's gonna eventually come out,
yeah,
eventually,
yeah,
and not, not in a good way
yeah.
sometimes, But
Yeah, my wife is actually she's Chinese, Cantonese from
mm,
their family's from Vietnam, or they were, and they, yeah, from the around that time of like the
right,
Vietnam War, and so she has that history of, she went to the Philippines and
right.
um, eventually came to America and stuff like that.
So she's a refugee when she came to America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
supposedly she learned. She said she people were saying like she spoke like Vietnamese, and then she doesn't even remember. She doesn't even know like how to speak anymore. But um, there's an interesting series on Max called The Sympathizer. That's all about um, Vietnamese War,
Mm.
or like the fall of Saigon, like right when it's ending. But
hmm
the series that's on right now, it's pretty interesting.
Anyway, we're really focusing on a lot of Asian artists that we're inviting. I mean, some of them we are having some nuts with it. Some of them we're not having any contact. For instance, I tried to contact this lady named Robin Ha. She's a Korean American lady. I think this particular book,
Well,
basically her journal on
mhm.
her. Go ahead. What were you saying? Am I coming through?
Was he frozen? But
Oh, Jeff is frozen. Okay. anyway, so it's it's a whole Korean genre and how she immigrated to Alabama at first and how she grew up, and it's very relatable book. So I try to invite her, but I haven't got any response from her yet.
Well,
We
you're
got
reaching out to the community
John.
now, so that they may be able to help you to find to get her to contact you at least.
Yeah, yeah. So if anybody know her, Robin Ha.
oh, you haven't talked to her yet, huh?
No, I sent the email. I mean, I sent her a message. I can find her email, but I just sent her IG message. I can find her on a what's that other thing called Twitter, whatever. I can find her in there.
Well,
Yeah.
as you know, each year I am. First off, I'm the self-proclaimed Jim Lee fan on YouTube or on social media. But every year we reach out to Jim Lee. He's the first invitation that goes out, and we say, Jim, we'd love to have you on. You're a god among the comic book community.
Him and Larry Hama, pretty much. Those two are the ones. Yeah, if before Jim, it was a Larry Hama, pretty much.
Yeah. So we put the invitation out there, and of course, we wait, and we never hear from him.
What about Russ?
Eventually, the bigger we get, we'll hear from him.
Yeah, I again, he's busy. I follow him religiously on Instagram. It was his wife's birthday recently. He's recently traveled to Italy for a fan meeting, as well as he traveled to, I think, Europe for his wife's their anniversary, I think, and then he also went to Korea and spent time with his relatives and his children there. So busy guy. I get it. So, one of these days.
We're all busy, man, but we
Okay, so Ryan wasn't your first choice. Matter of fact, Jim Lee was Ryan's first choice, okay?
Jim Lee over me?
Yeah.
What about, have you ever talked to Ron Lim?
Oh, that's a great. Yeah, we should talk. We should try to invite Ron Lim. Ron Lim's another just
Ron's another
legend.
one. The other,
I know him.
the other one.
I sat next to him at Comic-Con, so I know him.
Oh, do you have? Can you reach out to him?
I could try to. Yeah.
Yeah, include us into the message. I think we have John Boy coming. I think we have John Jing coming, maybe.
John Jiang's coming. Bernard Chang said he'd come. So we're hoping to get those. Are all of those guys are, especially Bernard. Bernard doesn't get enough credit, but he's a legend. I mean, he's been working. Some of the top.
Yeah, we're stalking him.
Shh, don't tell anybody I'm stalking him. But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many Asian creators that have done so much work, and I know they're well known, but for us to be able to just
what is it? The other guy, the one that likes to do negative space variants. I forget it. I always forget his name.
David Nakayama.
Yeah, well, that's another one that we could try to reach out to.
No, I already reached out to him.
He's been on our show before. Yeah,
he was on our show before.
He's been on our show before. So he's
reached out to him.
Another one of the great guys. He's over in Hawaii. Love Nakayama. We love that.
So by the way, the E-Man, he gave us about 3 or 4 leads himself. So E-Man's gonna contact some YouTubers like us also, and then also some artists that he knows. Hey, 23 months, you're welcome back to, bud. So anyway,
call the popo. Are you saying call the popo on me? Cliff Chiang's so we haven't reached out to Cliff Chiang, but we were talking about Cliff Chiang just before the show. All his work on Paper Girls and getting the Eisner Award. So he's another one we'd love to have on the show, but we hadn't reached out to him. And again, we kind of do this loosely. We cast a large net, and there's a lot of people we probably leave out. But thank you, Sleepy, for that reminder. Yes, there's definitely more people we can definitely
like I said,
reach out to.
The net every year the net's gonna get bigger. You know that. So this year, it's a little so it's gonna get bigger. But
how about Miko Suan?
That's another.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
That's another one.
Yeah.
I would love to have Peach Momoko.
We reached out to Peach Momoko, And well, so
But
there's a gray
her
area.
husband though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a gray area because it's Asia Pacific American Heritage Month, and so some of the Asian artists, even though, I mean, they're working in American comic books, so we include them. You know,
Mhm.
they don't have to necessarily be Asian American. We include people like Art Germ, people like
Right.
Ian Yuck, people like Peach Momoko, who have foreign nationalities, but they work here in our industry, in the American industry. So we definitely reach out to people like that to get them on. The challenge with Peach, if we were to get her, is her husband, who's her manager, would translate. And I don't know, they don't do too many like English interviews. From what I've seen, she tends not to want to do English interviews because of that three-way translation that needs to take place,
Yeah,
right?
and then it's gonna drive her probably crazy because of us, all three of us. Imagine all three of us asking her questions and him trying to translate it at the same time.
But for her like that, we need to set aside a. Ryan, are you fluent in Japanese at all, Ryan? Or
I have Google Translate.
okay.
We could totally have like AI translation.
Okay.
Like just open up ChatGPT and then whatever she says, like have
Yeah.
ChatGPT like translate it. I'm sure it'd be somewhat
Actually,
accurate.
I mean, I met them. I think they remember who I am, but I saw them at like Comic-Con too. But I don't have any, like, I can't make them come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that will work, the translator, but I think there's somebody within our community that speaks fluent Japanese, I'm sure.
We got a couple
wife.
that live in Japan too.
My wife. My wife
But
speaks.
that'd be the same. No, but that'd be the same thing, Otaku. It'd be you sitting next to her, and then him sitting next to her, and you telling her what the. So it's.
Was your wife born here or in Japan?
My wife's from Japan.
Oh, from where?
Honjo, Saitama.
Saitama. Where's
So
that?
it's like between Gunma and Saitama, like northern Saitama.
Or northern.
Yeah.
We're planning on going next March. I think March.
Next March, so like 2025.
Yeah. Next year.
Cool. I might be going then too. My wife's going in June, and she's going with our son, and it's just one of those things. Like financially, I'd love to go, but it's just kind of that extra cost for me to go. So I'm staying behind, which is good because I get to focus on buying comic books and just being on YouTube. And like you saw me last summer, right? I was like so focused on getting books. So you're gonna see another summer of that, just having fun. But I do, like again, they're having fun in Japan. They get to be with family. It's great for our son. He's spoiled by his grandparents and all his
That's
my
all
wife's
grandparents.
friends.
Boy, all grandkids.
Yeah. And so it's good to just have him enjoy summer out there. There's so much to do in Japan as opposed to here. I mean, there's a lot to do here as well, but it's different. Like you just step outside and there's so much going on there as opposed to here. So
yeah, it'll be my wife's first time going there. We're probably gonna go on like a tour, like a tour kind of thing. Because my parents know, like we know someone who runs like the tours that they go like maybe 4 times a year or something like that. Not my parents, but the tour. And
are you going to Hiroshima?
Yeah, I think that's in the thing. And actually, we're planning on going. And
by the way, back to promoting our event. You have somebody, your friends coming. What's your friend's name?
Oh, Eric
Yamamoto.
So he's like a.
He's a storyboard artist.
Storyboard artist.
He worked on
storyboard artist. Yes,
storyboard.
The Marvels and He's like kind of more like a live action storyboard artist.
Awesome.
What movie is this? Get Out.
Get Out. Wow.
That's a big deal.
Us. The Marvels. What is this? Doesn't say what this is. But yeah, he has his own channel, and he's been doing like live streams kind of in the morning over here. And I've been chatting with him on his live stream,
Mhm.
and we're probably gonna like meet up hopefully sometime to meet.
Yeah, you're friends with him, right?
Kind of. Well, I mean, I'm just started to talk to him.
Oh, okay.
We haven't met in person yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've only seen him, but he hasn't necessarily seen me.
Yeah. What's your what's the genesis of that relationship? Were you a fan of his, or like what happened there?
I don't know if he just came up on my feed like on YouTube, maybe.
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
because he's been kind of focused on like starting his like live stream and stuff like that on his YouTube, so he's been doing it regularly, so it kind of like comes up on my feed.
No, well, sounds like maybe we could share the community.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's real friendly and like really open to like meeting new people and stuff. So
Is he a comic book fan though?
yeah,
Oh, awesome.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That's all that
he's
matters.
a little bit younger than me. He's a little bit younger though, but like he knows who Jim is and stuff. I don't know to what degree, but I think he knows some comics.
Well, I mean, if you're in a storyboard artist, you gotta have some knowledge of comics, I think.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We could ask him.
And so that's and another person that was named on the show. What's his name that you know of? That would probably want to take a little note. I probably want to take a little note on that. Who was that?
Ron Lim, that is that?
Ron Lim.
Yeah.
Who's that? Ron Lim.
Oh, come on. Yeah, you got to know Ron Lim.
Silver Surfer.
Silver
If
Surfer.
we show him Lim's art, he'll probably know who it is. But
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just joining this comic book community. Only this is my
Yeah,
third year.
I'm ribbing you.
Yeah.
So Ron Lim, Ryan, you sat next to him and you talked to him. So are you guys kind of like chummy now on like YouTube and stuff, or on messaging?
Not messaging necessarily, but at Comic-Con, yeah, he definitely knows who I am, and like I know his wife and his son. His son's like grown like quite a bit too over the years.
Yes.
Yeah, I should be like a Anachronics number 2 or 3 or whatever.
So hopefully we get Ron Lim. That would be just incredible if we got him.
He's on Facebook, so I could message him.
Awesome. Yeah. Just let him know, hey, there's a bunch of geeks, Asian geeks that want to talk to you.
I think if we had a John Jang, we had to contact him, right? He contacted us, right, John Jang?
I reached out to him. Yep.
But Bernard, okay, we had no response from Bernard Chang, but I think K-pop say she knew Bernard Chang.
Yeah. So they're friends. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask K-pop for that.
And that's another thing. Like, it's just incredible how, like, close knit our community. I mean, it's like we're spread out throughout we're spread out throughout the world. So it's like 2 degrees of separation on any given, member, or in this case, a legendary artist. So
right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would love to have some Korean Thai where we could invite Kim Sano.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
but then again, like you said, he's in gray area because he's
No,
in
Kim
Korea.
Sano. Are you kidding me? Kim Sano would be. He's such a. He was doing. He was a Korean artist in the Bronze Age. Come on, that's
Yeah.
that's groundbreaking.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
That's like Jim Lee looks up to stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but
So,
if you can get him, yeah, it's a Bronze Age artist, so yeah, that'd be a big deal for us.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
mean,
who is
Jim
that?
I
Lee
mean,
probably
there-
knows. Kim Sano.
I don't know. I mean, if Otaku Hyung is stalking Jim Lee, I'm stalking Kim Sano.
You are stuck in Kim Sano. You sent him like a 10-page letter saying like, "Hey, can you come on our YouTube channel?" And he probably thought, "Man, what is this?
Oh,
This guy's creeping me out."
Phil Tan.
Oh yeah, Philip Tan was on last year. He was on here on
Yeah,
our show
Philip
last
Tan.
year.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
We love Philip Tan.
And then what about Wills?
We reached out to Wills. Yes, Wills I think has an Instagram page that he never checks because he's got like one post. I think.
Wait, was you had him on?
No, we've never had Wills on.
Oh,
That would
okay.
be another like. It'd be like it'd be like the equivalent of having Jim Lee on for me.
I know.
Ryan, do you know
Vaughn, Wills? These guys would be just like.
Yeah.
Yes.
I met him for the first time, kind of last year. Well,
Really?
kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's like a long story, but like I started at Wildstorm, and then I don't know if a lot of people know, but like
You worked with him, yeah, closely.
What Works took a long time to come out. I don't know if a lot of people knew that like his sister had died, so I think he went back to the Philippines or something. So when I came to Wildstorm, he left, and I was talking to him at Comic-Con, and he kind of doesn't even know who I am. And then he said, and then when I left, he came back. So it was like,
So
weird.
you were his like replacement for that little window. when he
Yeah,
was
I'm like,
gone.
I worked on Wet Works, like some of the backstories. He's like, oh really? What issue? I told him,
That's his baby right there. What works? Yeah.
So yeah. So do you know Philip Tan, Ryan?
yeah, kind of. We also met. He was actually there. I was talking to him when Wills like came up. I started talking to him, and I was like, "Hey, Wills, I worked at Wildstorm."
So Yeman,
Oh, man, that was
After-
an awesome conversation.
after Yeman watched our show, he contacted Philip Tan. Actually, he asked me to contact him too. So we both contacted Philip Tan, and Philip Tan came on to Yeman's show. It looks like he became pretty good friend with the Philip Tan. And I'm asking Yeman to now reintroduce back us to Philip Tan.
Wait, he came on your show before, or he did it?
Last
Yeah, Philip
week.
Tan came on our show last year. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And Philip talked about how Will's basically Will's had a studio where he's training
Yeah,
young artists in the Philippines.
I probably
and-
saw it.
Yeah, Philip came up through that channel, and
Yeah.
Will's brought him to the U.S. to work and stuff.
Same thing like Art Germ got a studio like that now too. So
Yep.
yeah. So
All right. About you, Cantonese? Hey, you just came a little bit late, but Cantonese
Yeah.
comic. What do you think about this? Just give us your take on our month of May.
Month
For
of
the-
May. I mean, honestly, I appreciate being a co-host now since I was a guest last year. But like I said, I want to learn more about these other Asian artists that we don't, you know what I mean? I might not know something about one of your guys' favorite artists, So it's like it's gonna be cool to learn more about the artists, or you know what I mean? So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. learn a lot more Asian history. You know what I mean? So it's like a little more, yeah. Because you
Where you
guys
from?
got me down a rabbit hole last year. Because after hanging out with you guys, and then I went back and learned about a little more about our the history bit behind
Yeah.
it. So
I look at the month as not, if we talk about the history a little bit, that's fine.
right.
I look at it more as just I want to really showcase
The-
the
Yeah.
creators, the community members, guys like you, guys like Ryan.
Right.
This is really the whole point. Like, we can have you guys on at any time. That's fine.
Right.
But because it's because this is our month in May,
Right. It doesn't hit
can-
as hard.
yeah,
to
we
me,
can
you
talk. We
Right.
talk about what this month means to us and how
know. Right.
talk about our community. Just like, hey, we can talk about Asian food. We love I
Right.
love Asian food.
Right.
And
Right.
I think all Americans love Asian food, so we could just talk about Asian food if we want, 'cause-
Right.
and K-pop, right?
Yeah.
Um,
That one surprised that surprised me though. How they took how K-pop took over. So, like, yeah. Yeah, I still remember when I was in high school. It was little bits of K-pop, but it wasn't like as big as it is now. I'm like, dude, that and anime and all that other stuff was what little pockets when I was in school. It was little pockets. It wasn't like huge like it is now.
that's true,
I'm
man.
like, holy crap! I'm like,
It's me. I mean, I really want to focus on like what people don't realize is there's an entire generation of people addicted to video games right now. Like
Right.
Gen Z, millennials, they're all addicted to video games.
right,
And what you don't realize is the Japanese really
hmm
created this culture of video games.
right,
So it's not an American thing. It's a Japanese creation. So
right.
I mean, yeah, we're all living in an Asian bubble creation
Yeah, pretty
bubble
much.
of the world,
But
right?
but they don't want to. You know what I mean? People don't want to admit that, but it is because look what the kids are into now: anime, K-pop, video games. 3 things that are Asian
all
based.
Asian, right? All
Hey,
from the minds of
and that-
Asians.
I want to show you some. I want to show you some bronzes. Now I got you guys in the panel, full of Asian guys. Let me
We'll show you some old school video
old school
game
art.
art.
Let me see the old school art right here. Kim Sano. I'm gonna follow. Now I don't think we're gonna ever. Honestly, I don't think we're ever gonna have a Kim Sano because I don't know what's his
That's
health
negative
condition.
thinking. You got to be positive about that, man.
Yeah,
He's like 90 something, right?
he's a
Oh, okay.
He's
Okay.
like, yeah. So I don't know his health condition, or he hasn't been making public appearances. So I don't know what the story is.
This
but,
is not really a public appearance, but okay.
So this is one of his book from 70s, and let me show you this. And
Is he in the U.S. or is he in Korea?
he
worked
was
in the
in
US.
he worked in the U.S.
And
for
then he went
child.
back.
And so recently, me and Sleepy and Merrill got a original art from him. In this book, I got it out of this book, by the way. So I got 11 pages from that book, original art.
Wow.
Incredible.
Incredible, right? So
Wait, you met him or you just got the art?
no, we got this art from the eBay. We got the
yeah.
art from eBay.
Tell them how much you got each page for. They're gonna
About $70 per page.
Oh wow.
original art.
Oh my god.
Original
Yeah.
art.
We're talking about House of Yang, right?
Yeah, the one that the comic book I show. But if we get Kim Zano on our thing, me and Merag, and even Sleepy, we probably send them a couple pages of this and have him sign up one and bring, he could keep one. Maybe he was, return us.
I think he would love it if you guys had sent them and he had signed one for you, and then he ends up keeping one because they couldn't keep any of it back then at all.
Yeah. So
this is also from EC. This is also from EC Comics, right, Hyun?
Yeah, this is an EC Comics, not Gibson. Oh, I'm sorry, I pulled out a wrong page. This is but at that time, not too many Asian artists was during the Bronze Age, and he still made it through. And then he started showing all these Asian type of like these buildings and stuff, like the background that he has.
You only knew about a couple back then. It was like maybe him and then a couple other ones, like two, if that, counting him, it would be three, I think. Back then.
Yeah. Again, a trailblazer, essentially.
He's 85.
Look at
He's not that old. He's only 85, so he's not that bad.
Yeah, he's older than my dad, man.
Or not easy. Sorry, Charlton Comics.
Yeah.
I mean, I love his background art. When is that from? Is that
the 80s or the 70s or 80s?
70s.
These are 70s.
Charlton Comics.
Yeah, so if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Jim Lee probably. What was it? Some other guys too. If it wasn't, you know what I mean.
And then you got Asian kicking. I mean, all these martial arts and stuff that.
Well, we also got
a little.
we gotta mention like there's a lot of the comic book industry is a business, right?
Right.
And it's a business. So when you can get artists, really talented artists, to work at a very low wage, it helps to recruit from like third world countries or artists that are here on like a visa or something.
Like this is I got a piece from MegaCon. These guys, the guys from the group actually got me from MegaCon. This is the guy's name's Gato. So he's a Japanese artist that just started some covers, some Vampirella covers. He did one so far, and then these guys. I saw his first one that he did of this one. The guys surprised me for my birthday, and I didn't know this was for me. I saw him drawing this one.
That's awesome, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So
awesome.
all he did was it was all and Sleepy was there when it happened.
Wow.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was MegaCon this year. I didn't know nothing about this. I saw the artist actually drawing it, and I didn't know it was for me.
Sweet.
Cool.
That was a commission. That was a commission then.
Yeah. It was a bust. So it was like, it was a bust, and then they gave him a red cover, and then he went ham on the cover because he goes, if you give me a colored cover, I'll probably do more than I'm supposed to on the cover or whatever. Yeah. So same thing like Peach. He had to go through we had to go through a translator. They had to go through a translator. Because how do you want the guy? They were asking the guys, how do you want the vampy? As long as as long as she's messing with her boobs, something goofy. So it was like, okay.
Were you able to ask him if he was a Vampirella fan?
Yeah, I actually met him the Saturday or the Sunday before, or a Sunday. These guys were sneaking that book behind my back the whole weekend. So I'm talking to him. I was talking to him for a little bit, and then he wants to do more Vampirella covers. So I reached out to Dynamite. Hey, you guys might want him. You might want him to push him to do more. But I don't think they should have. He should be doing exclusives maybe better for him right now, and then when he gets more notoriety, then Dynamite probably come after him. But because I think that the list of people that got doing covers is super huge. So
yeah.
But
let's talk about
I saw the Vampy, and I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize this Vampy. And then approached the table, didn't think he needed a translator. So I'm talking to him. The translator comes popping up. I'm like, oh, Okay.
I want to get the inside scoop on what was going on in Wildstorm. So Ryan, um, first off, just talk about what it was like working there. Was it a diverse workplace? You know, obviously Jim's running the show there. Wills is popping in and out. What's the culture like there? How would you describe it?
Yeah, it's pretty diverse. Well, since we're talking about Asians, Asian wise, there was Alan M. I don't know if a lot of people know about him, but he was good at like drawing tech. um, Edwin Rosell, he's a Filipino. He he passed away fairly young from like cancer, I think. But he was an inker. He was really good. Um, yeah, it was really diverse.
And you guys were, you know, like working there in Southern California. I mean, what were the meetings? What were the lunches? What was like just the vibe there on a day to day?
Yeah, there was definitely when it came to like eating, there was like definitely like places that people talked about going to. Like Moon Doggies was a place that was across, you know, just like maybe like a bar or like you know like that kind of. There's a Hard Rock Cafe, uh, and then there was like a wa- uh walk walk like Chinese food. What is it called? It's like a play on words or something. Walk on Pearl. Walk on Pearl. That's what it's
Walk
called.
on Pearl. Okay, cool.
Yeah, people went there. There's a good sandwich place over there, and yeah, and then like going south, you go to like Pacific Beach, which is a kind of like you know beach area, and like some places that were pretty good there.
Was Jim Lee a drinker? Did he pound soju and stuff?
So yeah, I guess maybe from time to time or whatever.
Oh, really?
Well, I guess I don't know. I don't even know, but there'd be a lot of partying and stuff. Whatever.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, we had gone to. Did you know about the Real World?
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Sarah Becker, the editor, was on the cast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what that is, right?
Yeah. So she was one of the housemates or the house members.
Yeah, for the Miami year.
Was she? I got to go back and watch that now. But so she was like a central character in that. She caused a lot of drama.
Actually, she's pretty chill.
Yeah.
But we actually went there. We kind of, as a studio, I don't know if it was an excuse to go there, but we had like a store signing there. No, not at the house, but at a store, a comic store, and
the crew came out.
Yeah, Jim came. I have pictures and stuff.
Awesome.
See that?
Awesome, dude.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, that'd be great to see.
Yeah, don't forget on the next show. Get all those things ready.
Well, this is the real world, Miami.
The
I know I have.
This man is a comic creator too, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, you know, if you're joining in the chat and you're an Asian American comic book fan, please, we would love to have you on the show. We'd love to talk to you and get to know you. So if you want to leave a comment so we can reach out to you, please do so. Oh, nice.
I'm just looking at some of Ryan's art right now.
Remember JJ? Or do you know JJ?
I don't think I watched Real World Miami. This is Real World Miami?
No, he was an intern. That's Cynthia. She was on the cast too.
Okay.
You
Is that
know,
Real World New York?
You know Ryan Benjamin? That's not Miami.
Yeah, I know Ryan Benjamin.
That's his younger brother.
Awesome.
Well,
Yeah, you worked with. So you were close with Ryan.
yeah,
Awesome.
Jim Lee right there.
Sweet.
Um,
That's awesome.
yeah, these are all like. If you didn't see the series, you wouldn't know, but like that's one of the guys.
Yeah.
That was a Joe, I think.
Okay.
That's
Those
like
are the
inside.
real world guys. Okay. Fun
It's all
times.
that, so it's like kind of dark.
This was back during the actual film camera days when we still took pictures.
Oh, where's that photo I had? Oh, here it is.
But that's the only way to develop pictures.
See, like,
The only way.
we went to like some kind of like gator farm or something. Right here is like the comic store.
So yeah, you guys had a lot of fun. It was like working and playing a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
that's
in the house.
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, here it is. There's
Oh,
Jim,
nice. There's Jim. Yeah,
Sarah Becker.
cool.
See, look at
God.
Jim's a criminal. He tagged on the wall. Yeah.
But
Who's
that's
that?
every comic shop will want you to do that, man. Every
Oh,
comic
yeah.
shop, if you're an artist, hey,
He was in
go work.
he was in the Tokyo. He was in a Tokyo stationery shop, and he drew. You know how they have the pens and stuff that you can draw on the test them
Oh,
out.
yeah, test it out. Yeah, he drew something.
He
there.
actually drew something on the stationery there. I was like, no, don't throw that away.
I know it's worth something now. That was the signing.
Yeah,
cool.
but if you draw on those tablecloths, keep it.
Yeah, we probably did.
So is that who's that? Ryan Benjamin?
The-
Right here. That's Rich Friend. You know Rich Friend. That's Tom Ranning.
Okay.
Do you know Laura Martin?
No,
The
not too
colorist.
familiar.
She's a real good colorist.
Okay.
You know Dan Norton? He worked on
Yes.
Riot. He worked at Riot for a while.
Okay.
The new Thundercats like cartoon and stuff.
Nice.
Um,
That's so awesome, man.
yeah,
So you guys were just signing comic books.
in Miami, because I can tell I
Right.
by seeing the airboat and all that other stuff.
I sometimes actually run into some of your comic books. Name some of your comic books off. I mean, some of them that you worked on off your head.
Yeah, enlarge
Cool.
me. Enlarge me.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah.
You worked on this one. It's a Wildstorm swimsuit edition. From
Well, if you were in the 90s, you had to
1998.
at least do one swimsuit edition. At least.
1998, I believe.
I think that was the first one that I worked on. That was like really cool that when he drew that, because that's all like supposed to be La Jolla in the background, and I think it's like a double or it goes to
Yeah.
the back.
Yep,
But
it's this is the back cover. There's a front cover as well.
I think
And
I think
I
and
gotta,
Ryan,
I gotta get you some clear boards, man, so you don't have to do that.
Ryan, I got to get your signature on this, okay?
Yeah.
At some
Yeah.
point.
definitely.
Martin top colors. Oh, okay.
Come to find out, I missed Ryan by a couple of months because he was at the original art show in Orlando.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
were
where-
at the original. Yeah.
Where are you from, Joe?
I actually born and raised in Florida, so
Oh, you live there.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Next time he's out there, you guys gotta hook up.
Yeah. Next time you're out here, if you come back to the original art, I'm thinking about doing it next year, anyways. Going up
Okay.
there the next year, anyway. So
Awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, by the way, my son's girlfriend is doing like comic book shows and stuff. But she's more into anime and manga stuff, But I'm trying to figure out, how to break into the con market. So
Comic book. Comic book
Funny
market.
people.
No,
Funny
Khan Market as an artist. Whatever it is. So
Just to get a hold of showrunners in your neck of the woods. So if you get a hold of people that run little shows and stuff like that, you can talk to, like, make friends with them, talk to them. Hey, if you need people to come out to to events or whatever, I have some people that I know that you may that's how you do it pretty much. Get to know some of the people that run some of these little
my
shows.
retirement hobby plan, whenever I retire, I'm just gonna go to cons.
Yeah, it's not hard if you know vendors and stuff like that
Are you
too.
wanting to do original art, or are you wanting to do like be there?
Yeah, the original mount, do a mount art. Yeah,
Oh.
do mount art.
It's not. Yeah, so yeah, get a hold of people that run shows out there, like little shows, and then get to know them, and then say, hey, I'm an artist too. Blah, 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 blah. Get to know them. Say I want so they'll feature you a little more, and then or at least you can set up at shows.
Well, yeah, Ryan can probably
Yeah.
do a lot of good
Sexy
stuff.
woman.
He's deep in it.
Who?
Ryan can give you all the tips.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And then
I just got an email for Comic-Con. It says like purchasing like extra attendee badges maybe. I don't know if you guys if it's too soon or not, or if you want to see if you can get out there to San Diego.
Which one?
San Diego.
Oh yeah. I like to go to San Diego at least once.
I want to go.
Yeah,
I wanna go.
yeah, we all want to go. Well, trust me, because I got another connection that has unlimited something about passes or whatever. He goes, as long as you can get a place to stay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
San Diego sold out, I think, within like a week this year.
Right.
The tickets came out. It sold out within a week. So if
It
you have
sold out in
tickets-
what was it? What there was one deal where it sold out in hours. I'm like, how the hell does that happen?
yeah, it's like 60,000 per day, right? Like, how do you sell out 60,000 per day? Apparently, it does.
Well,
So-
I don't know if I could get free ones, but I'm able to, like, be able to purchase them still.
Like, yeah, passes. Okay, yeah,
So
I'd
if
still
you guys
buy them then.
want to.
Yeah, I mean,
I could road trip down there.
I need a
You
place
can.
to stay. I could road trip down there. I mean, we're
Yeah,
both
Are
of
you,
us.
you
are
guys
you
can.
going to be here in the summer?
I'm the longer one than all of you guys. I have to come from all the way back that way, and I used to stay out that way. So
Ryan, you got like an extra like sofa we can sleep on?
I usually stay at my friend's place, and there's not a lot of room, but
My sister used to have a house over there, so now that's gone.
bye bye.
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to find we'd have to
Yeah.
probably be like the next city over to.
well, the thing
for a
is,
hotel.
what I usually do, my friend is like a little bit north, San Diego, and it's cheaper anyway to take the trolley down. So if you could get a place along the trolley line and just get to the trolley, and you can just take it all the way and it's like $5 a day for the trolley.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
I mean,
I doubt there's hotels along the trolley though in San Diego.
Yeah.
Dude,
You
forget
might have
it.
to go all the way to like somewhere closer to Los Angeles to
Oh,
get.
that's kind of far.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll be driving. So if I do go, I'll be road tripping it down there anyway. So it doesn't matter
Yeah,
where
but
we
the
stay. we'll be
traffic
driving.
the traffic is ridiculous. Anyways, going into San Diego.
Traffic is ridiculous, and
Parking
parking
Like
is
Yeah,
$50
yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like up to
So-
$50 a day or something.
Yeah.
Who knows if it even
Young, if
goes
you
up.
want, so are you going to be here in the summer, Young?
No, this summer? No.
Okay,
Next summer, I could be. Next summer I could be, but this summer no.
I'm talking about this year.
This summer I already have a Heroes Con travel range. I'm not going. After that, I may do small, con like.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah,
want.
we all got heroes on their mind right now, man. So.
Yeah, you going? Can't you going? Jet, you going?
Yeah.
Heroes?
I'm gonna try to make it.
Okay.
Because the work has new equipment coming in, and I don't know if. So let's see how that goes.
There's Ryan. Yeah, sometimes you gotta try to make it to HeroesCon. That's like a almost 50 to 100 YouTubers are meeting there every year. So
YouTubers, what?
like
Not just YouTuber, but it's more like it's more comic based con than any of the other ones. Like it's not like San Diego. It's not like this con is just straight up comic books, and then a bunch of art. Like what was it? Adam Hughes is gonna be at this one. Jenny Frizen, like a bunch of artists too. So I was surprised how big the artist list got too. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's a
Mike Grills is there every year. Mike Grills there every year.
Yeah. And then Mike, and then dude, the list keeps on growing. I keep on looking at the
Jim
list.
Lee's not there.
Jim
Lee's not there.
Jim Lee's out there.
Jim Stallin's there all the time, and let's see.
The older artists, the Bronze Age artists, a lot of the Bronze Age ones are there.
You know, Stranko would like to be. He likes to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, Claremont normally is there too. Claremont, he's a writer, but whatever. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, it's a focus more on comic books rather than other pop culture. So
yeah. So like Frank Miller is apparently a huge manga fan.
I'm not surprised. Look at his 300s. Look at his some of his early stuff.
Ronin.
Last Ronin.
Ronin.
Yeah.
He did the covers for was it Lone Wolf and Cub?
Lone Wolf and Cub.
The Lone Wolf and Cub stuff.
He wrote the forwards for those too, because I think they did the translation. So he wrote the forward for Lone Wolf and Cub and did some of the covers. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, gents, I think we did good enough damage on promoting our May event. We could do more chats in the private, but I think people are aware that our show is coming up. So please catch us. And
again, if you're watching this on the Rewind and you're an Asian American community comic book collector, creator, or just appreciate comic books. You don't have to be a collector, but you appreciate comic books, manga, whatever. Please reach out to us. We want to connect with you and have you on our channel.
And also, I'm going to try to, for every show with the artists in it, I'm going to try to give something away from the artists. So look out for that. So anyway, thanks for the coming out, guys, in the chat, and let's end the show, and then you guys can stay with me, and let's plan some little bit more. Bye bye.
Yeah, Wednesday. Right.
Wednesday.